Hello everyone, welcome to Low Rent Rick Scale Modelling, and this is my review of the Gaahleri Advanced Series Seeker Dual Action Airbrush. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing. It really helps my channel out and doesn't cost you a penny. Now this is an entry level airbrush according to Gaahleri. It's supposed to be easy to use but very well constructed, and just taking a look inside the box you can see that it is actually quite a beautiful piece of kit. I've been using Gaahleri products for a couple of years now and I can't fault them. I'm obviously a fan, but I like to think that my reviews are impartial because I do test them out, I give them a go, and then I use them on a few models too. So I've never had to do an update yet. I'm going to connect this up to the Turbox mini compressor, which I did a review on last week. And if you check out the description, all the reviews of the Gaahleri products that I've done are listed in the description, because obviously it's Prime Day, or it's Prime Day for the next 3 days. So there are huge discounts available, and I'll stick some photos right at the end of the review, along with a discount code in the description where you can get an extra discount on top of what's happening on Amazon. So this comes with a quick release system, which I don't use, but you can just unscrew it straight off. And it does come with two needles and two nozzles. So it's fitted with the 0.3mm, and it's also got the 0.5mm nozzle and needle in with it too. And it's a dual action airbrush. And for those of you that are new to airbrushing, the dual action basically means that you press down to get air and pull back to spray paint, and both of them are variable. So it's got a standard setup really. It does feel really well constructed, and at the back there, that nut will just restrict the trigger going too far back, so you can set yourself a nice fine spray. There's the spare nozzle, and there's the spare needle, and I'll point out later on there's actually a line grooved in the back of them, so that the 5mm set has got a line cut around it so that you can see which one you're using and put them away or match them up. So to start with, I'm going to use some Vallejo Model Air straight out the bottle. I've not used any dilutants, any water or any flow improver, because I think doing the test with something like a good paint like Vallejo straight out the bottle is a way to do it. And of course, I'm going to spray a spoon, because that's just about as good a test as you can do. What I am finding with this is it's new, so I'm just finding my feet with how the spray is controlled. It's quite a stiff trigger, not so stiff that you can't move it, but it's not as loose as the Mobius that I use all the time. And I think that stiffness is a good thing, because it does allow a little bit more finer control. And with a little twitch of my hands or my sausage fingers on the Mobius, I can go a little bit far sometimes and let go with too much paint. But the stiffness of this trigger is actually a bit of a benefit. I don't know if that'll loosen up over time, but if it does, I'll drop into the comments. So I've always used a 0.3mm brush. I've never really used a 5 or a 2, because I've always found for what I need, I can be as fine or as broad as I want. But what I will be doing in the coming weeks is, when I've got some serious surfaces to prime, I will be fitting the 0.5mm to it, just to see what that distribution pattern's like. So as a quick test further, I'm going to put some metallic through it. The metallic paint behaves differently. It does tend to overspray a little bit more for some reason. It's probably the pressure. So I've dropped this down to about 11 psi on the Turbox Mini. I was spraying the red on around 15, but I've always kind of found that you adjust to the pressure. There's too much emphasis really on, oh, what do I spray this on and what do I spray that on. I've found that I can spray as low as 8 or as high as 30 and just adjust my way around it. It's not advice, it's just the way I do it. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that think that what I've just said is blasphemy. So as you can see there, it's nice and gentle. I can use it to do any number of lines and then pull back on the trigger or move the head further away to get a nice fat coverage, or to fill in lines. I'm just having a bit of a play here, as you can see, and getting used to it and getting a feel for it before I use it on a real world model. But what I will do in a moment is I'll go into the cleaning. The cleaning is pretty simple for all of the Gaahleri brushes, and I've always just used a combination of a spray of IPA and then some water. But I'll do a quick strip down of this just to show you it really is quite uncomplicated. Most airbrushes are all built on the same sort of principle. Some of them will have cutouts at the back. But as you can see, I'm stripping this back to front. So start at the rear and move to the front. And when you reassemble, you kind of do it in reverse. Start at the nozzle and move to the back. I purposely not flushed this one out just to see if there's a bit of paint knocking about. What I will say about this one is something to be careful of is the trigger mechanism presses back onto this piece I've got in my hand here, and there's a little shaped piece of metal in there, a Y-shaped piece of metal, which it has two prongs at the bottom and one prong at the top, and the prong at the top should be uppermost. I didn't get a shot of that, but it should be uppermost, pressing against the trigger, which is now free to pop out because the needle's out. The needle actually keeps the trigger in. There you can just see it moving there back and forth, but that can spin freely in there, so you want it with the single prong upwards when you put it back together. So as you can see, the stripping is extremely quick and simple. It's really easy to do, and I like a quick spray with some good IPA, a quick brush. I use an old dry brush because I just find that the length of the bristles is just right, and give it all a good flush out. It's using IPA is one of the go-to moves for me because I use it to clean my brushes in between painting too, and I remember IPA will strip paint. To a certain degree, if you overspray it onto your model, for example, it will destroy your finish. As will Dettol. I've used Dettol before on a very heavily used brush, and it will dissolve that paint off. But I just use a combination of the IPA and a brush, and then straight onto a paper towel. And I find that this method really does clean it really well. And there we are. As I said, we start from the nozzle and we build from the front to the back. So the nozzle goes on first, and then we put the trigger in, and then the needle. So the trigger is omnidirectional. Doesn't really matter which round you get it. But when you are feeding the needle back in, make sure, as I said, that retaining clip is the right way up. Then we put in the spring and the retaining screw. And then when we go to put the needle in, you just got to make sure that you feed it in nice and gently and you don't meet any resistance. What you don't want to do is damage the end of your needle. So just get it mounted into the tube at the rear. Make sure your trigger works before you do that. And you've got that clip the right way up. And then just be a little bit gentle. Get that tip, there we go, into there, and make sure you don't meet any resistance. On this model, the trigger's in the right position to let the needle slide through, but on some you just need to apply a little back pressure on the trigger to make sure it's orientated correctly. Screw in the retaining nut, put on the rear case, put on your cap and your rear adjustment knob, and you are done. And that's this complete. So there we are. We've had a test of it. We've tested what it paints like. We've cleaned it, and we've had a good look at the Gaahleri Seeker. I'm not sure if you can make it out, but this is the 5mm needle that I've got out here. It's a little bit blurry, but there is a line just there. If I hold it just right in the light, you can see the line engraved in it, just so you don't get it mixed up with the 3mm. And the nozzle has the same as well, so there is a line around it. So when you see on the video, if there's a line around the end when I'm using this in anger, you'll be able to tell which of the needles I'm using. So there we are, a solid little brush from Gaahleri, a perfect starter's airbrush that if you want one that's a little bit higher quality and you know is going to last, All the stuff I've used over the couple of years from Gaahleri has been really hard wearing. I've had no problems at all, and it looks like this one's going to follow in the same vein. For Prime Day, if you do check out the description, everything that I've reviewed from Gaahleri is there, and also they've sent me through some prices on what they've got listed for Prime Day as well. And if you use my discount code in the description, you'll also get an extra discount on top of this, and I'll earn a few pennies to keep the lights on for low rent rig scale modeling. Thank you for sitting through another review video from me. I find them useful. I find them really good to do, and I like to use all the different types of equipment, and I'm really pleased with Gaahleri as a company. I think their stuff's amazing. Please do check out the Turbox Mini review. It's quite a good little compressor. So thanks again for joining me. Check out the description for all those links and all the discount codes, and do consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.